Hey, what's up guys? Charlie here. Welcome back to Prison Architect. Uh-oh. Patterson's kicking off. And he's done. pretty quick. We're going to be getting a couple of different things done here today. The first is going off a comment that you guys left about this whole situation regarding the Supermax yard. And I like it. I like it a lot. Let's do it. And for those of you guys who have no idea what I'm talking about, that's pretty understandable. I haven't really given you much information. So let's do it now. I'm going to go to Utilities, and we're going to put in a door timer. Okay, and I think I'm going to put the door timer... Can I really only do it front and back? I have no idea what orientation this is actually in. Yeah, it looks like it's just forward or back. So I guess we'll just put it here, I guess. Put it inside the staff room. Oh, we got people really upset. What's going on here? Oh, did I not? Oh, I forgot to put a drain in here too. That's something we need to do. Where is objects, drain, install drain? Okay. So the door timer situation, I'll just let this play on. The door timer situation is basically because I don't want these guys to be in the same yard, right? The reason I had these gates, these fences and stuff, was to keep them in separate yards. And that plan didn't work out so well because they were all going into the central yard anyway. So, if I put the fencing back, that will create 5 separate yards. That's the idea. Now, we're going to take the door timer, which hopefully gets installed pretty soon. Let's go ahead and make that a priority for somebody. And when we get this door timer installed, what we can do is we can hook up... I'm not sure if we can do it on these doors without servos, though. Let's see. If I was to... I don't think I can. If I go to Supermax, right? Connect to these. Can I connect to... Yeah, I have to connect to servos. Okay. So it looks like I'm going to have to install servos for this. Which I suppose is okay. It kind of costs more than I wanted to spend, but I think it's worth it in the end. So we're going to put servos there. And I'm going to put servos back here too. I'm going to have this whole thing be automated so that we don't have to have guards come in and like do everything for them all the time, right? Oh, who's doing this now? What's going on here? Yeah, they'll deal with that. That's not a big deal. All right, so hopefully we get this done. I'm gonna let this play on a little bit longer. Patterson's in chains, that's good. Kind of want him to be in chains permanently. These are 5 separate yards now, which is good. Let's get the servos to be a priority for my workmen. While they're doing that, we're going to come up to death row here. And I've got all of these rooms sort of laid out. But there's a few problems, and this is another thing that was pointed out to me, which is pretty good. Parole needs to be 5 by 5, and I just kind of overlooked that. So what I'm going to do with parole is I'm going to dismantle this door, and I'm going to take down this wall. And this wall. And then I'm gonna put a new wall. Kind of need it to be just brick building foundation like this. And that will make it large enough to be the parole room. The visitation room doesn't have a size requirement. It just needs a table. So let's grab a visitor table. And I'm going to stick it kind of... I would have liked this to be in the middle, but I guess I can't have my way, so I guess we'll put it like that. Alright, so the kitchen needs stuff as well. We need a sink, a fridge, and a cooker. So let's do that. Cooker, fridge, and a sink. There we go. It's a really small kitchen, but it's only serving these 2 death row cells. It's the only reason this kitchen exists. We don't need a canteen. Death row inmates have their food delivered to them personally. Or like a guard will bring them their food to their cell. So we don't need to worry about that. Okay. For whatever reason, they decided to build this before they tore down this door. I guess that's because I somehow canceled that. Very odd. Let's go with a door there. Go ahead and make that a priority too. Looks like I'm missing some hookups here. Let's make sure we get that hooked up. All right, cool. Parole room is all good here. Now we're gonna take the room. Room. Where is it? Parole. There it is. And let's just expand this. Now we got 5x5. Should be able to just take a visitor's table now. And stick it in here like that. And then that should be parole done. So visitation's done. Parole is done. Now we need the execution room. And the execution room is actually really easy. It's expensive, but it's easy. We're gonna take the electric chair. And I'm gonna put the electric chair, I kind of want to stylize this room. I kind of wanted to stylize this room, but the problem is I can't get it in the middle. Because of the way I've built the room, I can't get it in the middle. So, let's, you know what? Let's take this wall back one. Make it smaller or bigger? The door is in the middle of the room, but I'm gonna put a double door, I think, anyway here. So let's actually do this. Let's dismantle this. Let's take and build this building one more out. So this will kind of, this will make it a little bit bigger of a room. I was gonna go back this way because of this being here, but actually I really don't care how it looks. So let's get them to build this. And then once they've built this, I need them to put another door in. So let's have them build, I'm thinking a large jail door, and I'm thinking it's gonna go right there. And we can actually put a servo on this too, because why not? Servo, that's in this area. My middle mouse button still does not work. I still have to figure out that problem. Pretty sure it's hardware. I just need a new mouse. That's probably all it is. Is this still a wall? Oh, okay. No, it's just being weird. Okay. So as soon as that gets installed... Wait, why aren't they installing it? It's just sitting here. Hold on, did I cancel this? Door servo. I might have canceled it. Alright, so I'm gonna actually just lock this open because why not? There we go. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I need the execution room, of course, to be here we go. That. And then, you know, the sprinklers are not well positioned anymore because of like how I planned it initially. So I think the sprinklers will be fine for now. They're not how I wanted them, but it is what it is. So now I can make this electric chair right in the middle of the room there. Perfect. So now I'm gonna let's take some different flooring. I kind of want, let's do a metal flooring all around it. Like this. And then the rest of the flooring will be like a different material. Just to change things up, just to make it interesting, you know? And then the flooring, I think on all of these is gonna be, I'll just put these metal floors in for these guys. Visitation and parole, I guess we'll make them wood floors. And then the kitchen can be like these white sort of tiles, I guess. Okay. So workmen can get on doing what they're gonna do there. Let's come back over here. Hopefully our stuff is installed now. Yep. There we go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this door controller here and connect it to all of these door servos. Okay. Or do I need 2 controllers? Actually, I think I need 2 controllers for this function. For what I'm trying to do anyway, I think I need 2 controllers. I don't know. Let's just see here. If I take this door timer, I need to match it up with the regime. So if I look at Supermax, I can see that these guys get yard time between 2 and 3. Okay. They also have another 1-hour yard time slot at 9. So I put them in the yard quite often, but I want them to have that whole sniper suppression thing on them, which is the reason why I'm doing it. They also have a couple of different eat times, but they're only an hour long, and that's fine. So I think what I want to do here while they're sleeping is 2 to 3 and 9 is what I need. So 2 to 4 basically. 2 to 4. From 2 to 4. Yeah, I think I need... Hold on, I think I need 2 different door servos here. So let's say that this controller... I don't know how this works. Because if I say open, it's going to actually have them open, right? So if I say open here, it opens the door. And I don't want that to happen. I really don't want that to happen. So I'm wondering how this works, right? Because I don't want these doors to just be open. I want them closed all the time. But I want these to be open. So maybe we go like this. Maybe this will be enough to talk them into going into their own yard. If I take and clear the connections here, and I connect to these, right, like that. Now, if I say from 9 to 11, no, from right here they're open, and then another time at 2, they're open. So what that's gonna do, hopefully, is it at 2? 9. Oh, it's from 2 to 3 and then 9. Okay, hang on. 2 to 3 and then 9. What am I doing? Not here. 2 to 3. There we go. So hopefully, the idea is that this will, let me just make sure this guy's punishment goes away. Not locked down as an hour. Let's do this and then punishment down. I'm hoping that what this does is it'll open all these doors when it's time for yard time. And that the fact that the door is open already will be enough for these guys to want to go into their own yard. I'm hoping that's what happens. I don't know if that's enough, though. I really hope it is. Because it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to actually keep these closed. Unless there's some sort of neutral to this. But I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Because I can tell them to keep it open or closed, but it doesn't look like I can turn it over to just be neutral with the door controller. I don't know. I don't think I can actually just say, hey, you know, do what you normally do, because that's kind of default anyway. So there's no reason to hook it up to the door timer unless I want to do it that way. So I'm kind of thinking that's what I need to do. And that's what we're gonna do then. So if I'm speeding this up now, I'm trying to get it to be 2 a.m. so I can see if these doors will open automatically. And then when they do open automatically, these guys should go into their own yards. They should. That's the hope anyway. We'll see. Let's see. People are eating. Everything is fine. People are not safe. Well, people are safe, but I think we're ready to intake for the execution room. I think we're ready here. Let's not lock this open. And let's take and connect. I'm going to pause. I don't need to pause it. Where is the door controller? We don't have a door controller in here. I thought we did, but we don't. And I kind of think we should. It's a security room. There's no door controller in here. I'm going to add one. I'm going to add one right there. And we're going to give them a chair as well. And I'll take that door controller, I'll hook it up to a bunch of these doors, just so like these guys can share the responsibility of the door. But I'm also gonna hook this one up to these doors. And we should have, I think we probably should have servos on a couple of different doors here. We need a door here. So let's do a large jail door there. I'm gonna put another large jail door there and there. Okay. And that is gonna be good. Now these guys are gonna be able to come all the way down through here. The thing is, like, visitors, right? Visitors right now, when they want to come and visit, should I put another door here? I mean, I originally planned to have a door here, like an airlock kind of thing. And right now, if they get out this door, or if these guys get out for some reason, then like they only have to go through one door. I'm kind of thinking I want another one. I'm gonna do another road gate, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna do another road gate there. And then we're gonna also want the sensor, which I don't know where the road sensors are. Where'd they go? Utilities? Yeah, road sensor. Here it is. We'll just kind of do it like that. And then we're gonna need a servo, which I actually can't put a servo here because of, oh, maybe that's why I did it. Can I put the servo over here? I don't know, hang on. Let's put the servo, door servo. I can't put it there. It'll let me put it here, but that's only useful if the door opens in this direction. Aesthetically, that's only useful. I'm not sure it will. I'm gonna put it there and see if I can get the road gate to open in the other direction. I'm not sure if I can. Let's see what happens. Now it's gonna open that way. Now how do I get it to open the other way? I would think it involves dismantling the door. And then, just can I flip it somehow? I don't know if you can flip road gates. It doesn't look like it's letting me flip it, right? Like, I can't flip it like any other door. So that's kind of, I don't know. Kind of annoying. I can't flip this. I might have to just put up with it being visually weird. Because the default is like this. So if I hit R once, it should flip it. Hopefully, right? The idea. That's the hope anyway. But the stop sign still looks the same, which makes me think that it's not actually doing it. So I don't know. Maybe the door servo will work anyway. I don't know. We need power to that door servo though. So I'm gonna have to run a power line out this way and then just kind of maybe up that. It probably won't work. It'll probably only open one direction. It'll look weird, but I'm hoping that this door servo will still open this door. It's kind of weird. Maybe I'll say that there's some sort of chain hooked up to it, and like this is wheeling the chain this way, and that's causing it to go around and open. I don't know. We'll just have to deal with whatever happens there. But I think we're good to go on this. As long as these doors are open, I need to make deployment. I need to do staff only here. Staff only is allowed in here. Staff only is actually only allowed in here too. These are all staff only areas. Yeah. So far we'll have staff only here as well. And I think that's it. This will be staff only. The execution room, I think you can make that staff only because they have to be the prisoner has to be escorted in here. I don't know. Death row only for these two cells, and let's make them cells. And then I think that's it. Yeah, a little metal floor around the chair. That's kind of cool. We need some chairs for people to witness as well. So I'm thinking maybe we'll go row of 3 here, a row of 3 here, and then maybe we'll do a couple rows of 3. That's probably enough. I don't think they get more than that. As far as like people that come in to watch. I don't think there's more than ever 12 people to come in, but maybe. I want to move this sprinkler because it's annoying me that it's not lined up the way I want. So let's take and move it to be there. I think it's supposed to be. And I'll have to extend this pipe out one, but like whatever. I know I'm probably doing horribly, but I'm trying my best to not pause the game. I know I started out and I've actually done it quite a bit in this episode, but I'm trying my best not to pause. Look at this. Yes, they're in their own now. Yes, this is wonderful. Let's take these door servos and dismantle these. We do not need these door servos anymore. So I can get these servos back. Because that is all it takes. So good suggestion on the door timers. Very cool. If I just open this door and create a path for them, then they'll go into their own yards. Wonderful. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, let's speed this up. I want to see about intaking a death row inmate if possible. Okay. I want to see about doing that if we can. I have enough capacity to pull in some more of these big guys, but I want to see about getting some death row people. So I'm going to do a death row intake. You notice though that when I try that, go back to intake, that I'm not intaking any. Despite the fact that I've cranked it all the way up, I'm not taking any. These guys are really rare. They don't come very often, but when I do intake them, they're worth a lot. But they don't come very often, so that is what it is. Now, let's see. These cells, if I look at logistics, food distribution, that is completely wrong. This goes to here. How do I get rid of this distribution? There we go. There and there. Those are... Oh, wait, what? Oh, come on. I can only go to one at a time? No, that's not accurate. I don't think that's accurate, guys. I don't see that as being accurate. If I take and go to logistics, if I just say, like, you don't serve anything. Weird. I thought for sure I could have just a kitchen in this area. Maybe I just do that. I don't know. Oh, frame rates are starting to drop. This is impressive. Playing at 1440p now. We're not playing 4K. And we got the 1080. But frame rates are starting to drop a bit. I think maybe it's the snow. Which, I mean, this is not exactly a graphics intensive game. It could be a processing thing. Like, there's just so many prisoners to process actions for that it's got to slow down. Could be that. Don't know. I really wish I could drag the map with my middle mouse button, like I was doing in the early episodes, but I can't do that now. I have to use the WASD keys to move around. I want to get, I think, this workshop to be maximum security too. I want to kind of move all this stuff to be maximum eventually. Somebody asked me why I'm intaking normal sec if I'm going to take the whole thing maximum. The answer is because normal sec gets out earlier faster. They get early prisoner releases far more often, right? Like here's these two guys, right? Grading, 58%. Okay, that doesn't exactly go with my narrative, but 22%, he might get released. This guy here, 2%, right? This guy here, 7%. The guys with lower security ratings, they often get out faster, right? They also have a better chance of doing that, and that's gonna allow me to make some money off of them, which is why I do it that way. Let's see if we got any gangs. See what we're doing here for gangs. 2016 and 14. And red still does not have a leader. No leader for red. So Scott Gordon giving him a big setback to his opponents. Now we got, speaking of setbacks, or rather speaking of Scott Gordon, they're kind of the same thing, really. Is he locked down? Yeah, he's locked down. I do like this, though. They're in their own yards now. This is perfect. It's exactly what I wanted. Now I'm wondering if... This is 9 o'clock? Yeah. So at 10 o'clock, these doors will start to close. But these guys are supposed to be in their cells. So do I have to extend this for another hour? Like, are they going to get locked out to where they have to... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. These doors are open. Wait. These doors aren't supposed to be open. Why are these doors open? Do I not need the servos? Interesting. At 10 o'clock, what happens? Right? The doors should close. So Scott Gordon got in. Patterson's going to hang out for a bit. He's like, nah, I don't need to go in there. It's weird that Patterson's just sitting out there still, because it's not his yard time anymore. Oh, but it's... No, it's lockup. No, it's not. It's free time. That's what it is. Maybe... All right, let's try this. It's free time for them, right? Oh, I can do it... Oh, I can do this even better. Hold on. I can do it by this. So, during free time open and yard open. Right? But does that open up all these doors? It shouldn't, right? Like these doors should be closing. I'm a little bit confused on that. I would think these doors would be closed. But they're open, which is not what I want. At all. Maybe it's open because... it's closed for Gordon because he's in his cell. So I'm wondering if when Patterson comes into his cell, does the door close? How does that work? Hold on. I'm gonna watch this for a second. They're gonna go to lockup at 12. So at lockup time, these guys should be returning to their cells. I would hope all these doors would close. So he's in his cell now. Does this door close? That's weird. Because if he wanted to, he could just sprint through here. I don't like that at all. So these doors only close when they get into their cells. So like Ellison's gonna go into his cell now, and then this door is gonna close behind him. It takes a bit, but it does eventually close. That's really weird. Don't know if I like that. Patterson's able to get out whenever he wants. But he's just gonna sit there until he's getting back in lockup. So now he'll go back in there, the door will close, and now they're in lockup. Really strange. Don't like the fact that those doors are open, but I guess we'll play that one by... We'll just kind of watch it, I guess, and play it. Now, this isn't hooked up to power yet. Because apparently it needs to be there. The real question is, does this open the door? So if I take this door controller and connect it here, will this door open on its own? So far, it doesn't look like it. I might need to put a guard in here. Might need to put a guard in here. Let's put a guard in here. Go to staff, guard, and then we'll do deployment and we'll stick a guard in there. Yeah, that's fine. Make sure there's always a guard up there so that these doors can get through and cars can get through and stuff. Okay. Materials, road, let's want to complete this. These are eventually going to be cells. They look weird right now, that's why. Are we going to get intake for death row yet? There's none available. I don't need any more of these guys, though. So let's just close this off. And I'll say 1 or 2, it doesn't matter. But I'll leave this up all the way for death row. And I'll put 2 here, because I have capacity for 2. But I'm not going to do anything else with that. I don't think this is a good idea anymore. I'm noticing that my income from... Where is it? Finance? No, it's still up. Never mind. It's just an up and down thing, I guess. Another thing that somebody said I should do is I should turn all my unused area into forestry because it's a really big source of money. I like that idea, except you also have to pay for that wood. Like, you have to pay for the trees and stuff to plant. But I don't think I'm going to do much with this area for a little bit anyway. So what I might do, since this is close to the exports right here, what I might do is this. I might take and build a fence that extends out this way. Kind of like that. And I'm going to have to, yeah, it's going to do that. Well, whatever. Build a fence out that way. Take a staff door and put it there. Just so that they can get to work on that. I need that to be your biggest priority, workman. Close this off. Because while this door is here, prisoners are more likely to try and escape because they can get through this door, and it's like, it's not that far away. So I want to get this going. These guys are going to try to go through here because they can get out quicker, but I think eventually once these are closed, once this is all closed off with fencing, then they'll stop trying to do that. Because it looks like visitors take the shortest possible path, not necessarily the path I want them to take. So this whole area here, since I'm planning on doing some stuff up here for sure. But I'm thinking I'm not going to be able to do much here yet, and so I can turn this whole thing into forestry. I'm pretty sure that's what you guys were telling me to do, so let's try that. Forestry all through here. And that means that we're going to have to... That means that these guys are going to be buying lots and lots of trees. They're going to be buying a lot of trees. Not sure how I feel about that, but it is what it is. Okay, I think... Actually thinking this should be a fence too. This is the sidewalk, which is good. We're eventually getting rid of that sidewalk, as you can see, which is fine. The sidewalk is going to exist up here. I want my visitors to come through here, come through both of these areas. They'll come through a door here and then through this door here. And so what we'll probably want to do also is to have a couple of door servos on these doors, just to kind of manage them. And then could I get a door servo? I guess I can't do it here, but I can do it here. So if I got a door servo here, yeah, I want one there. And then we'll take a jail door. We'll put it there. And then we'll dismantle or demolish that wall. There. Now for deployment, I want this to be staff only. Yep, it is already. Good. Good. Oh, we need power to this too. Oh, of course we do. Right. Actually, I think I'm gonna take these door servos and they'll be powered by maximum. By death row. They'll be powered by the death row. Because it's kind of like into this area, and so this power conduit or whatever is gonna be able to handle it. Speaking of being able to handle it, I think probably adding another capacitor is a good idea here. This doesn't take that much power. I mean, yeah, it takes 2,000 volts, I know. So like when I go to use it, it's gonna, oops, we have super big danger. When I go to use this, yeah, it'll draw a whole lot of power from the power station, but it's not gonna do it during the day or whatever. So it's not a huge deal right now since I don't have any prisoners, but when I start to get people in there that I need to worry about, then I'll start worrying about the power. Lockdown, 54 minutes active, that's fine. Just go this and this. Okay, so door timers work for the yard. We've come to that conclusion. Door timers definitely are working for the yard. It's awesome. We're meeting needs pretty well. If I take a look at needs, clothing's still there, but it's down. Only 191 prisoners are desperately wanting to fulfill it. And before I started recording here, we actually had a lot of rain. Actually, it might have been during recording. We had snow too. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We had somebody. We had a zero. It says 0 escapes, but I gotta imagine that's wrong because we definitely had somebody get out here. Nuts. All right, we're gonna do a lockdown. We're gonna do a shakedown. And I wanna get my guys out there to remove this tunnel ASAP. So Yep, we're gonna search everything. I gotta figure out, it's definitely somebody in protective custody, because that's just what makes sense. I suppose it could be one of these guys, but they're not, like, everyone over here is kind of really, oh, here we go. Yeah, the tunnel, I think, is over here. Come on, guys. Get to searching. Get in your cells. Search it up. Find me the tunnel. It's gotta be one of these two cells, right? See, now they didn't find it by searching. So I'm gonna have to dismantle these two toilets. 'Cause I'm pretty sure it's one of these two. It's probably not this guy, because he's in his cell. And there's a hole, it's exposed right here, so. Wow. Interesting. Toilet. Reinstall. I'm kind of shocked by that. It's none of these cells. Oh, goodness. Well, if I can get this done, that'd be great. How do I get back there? My guys have any way of getting back there? It doesn't look like it. I need to provide them with a way to travel back there. So this is staff only already. So I think what I might do then is, let's just take a door, a staff door, there and there. That way they'll be able to get back there. Because it doesn't look like there's a way to do it. Although they have a way to get up here, so they should be able to walk around like that. But I think eventually that's going to be closed off, so. Who is coming to do this? There we go, it's this guy. Yeah, he's going to come all the way around. Eventually, though, with these doors being installed now, they should have an easier time getting over it. Okay, wow, it's that guy. Okay. No problem. We'll solve it. It's cool. No problem. Let's get rid of the hole. There we go. Alright guys, I think I'm going to stop the episode here. Took care of a lot of contraband that time. Informants are there. Not informants, dangers, here we go. Took care of quite a bit of contraband. There's not a whole lot of supply left. Gangs are 20, 16, and 14. Still no red leader. And I don't think we're going to get any death row inmates. The intake does not support that right now. We're not going to get any, so maybe tomorrow we'll get some. I don't know. Oh, this is supposed to be a staff room. So probably should do that too. If I sound like I have a little bit less energy today, because I know you guys probably like, I don't know, maybe you guys notice that kind of thing, but it's because I do. I'm sick. I have some sort of stomach bug. I think like food poisoning, something like that. I've been in bed for like the last 24 hours, and I'm only now getting back into the groove. So I'm a little bit mild tempered, if you will, or a little bit mild in terms of like, you know, you get it. Anyway, I will see you guys next time. I've just gone ahead and I've gotten all my assets from when my solid state drive crashed. I've planted all the trees already. Cool. I've gotten all my assets, some of my assets redone, including the end card. So the animations at the end of the videos anyway are still back. They're a little bit different, but whatever. And yeah, so I'm trying to get back in the groove as fast as possible. It is a time-taking process, so bear with me. It's gonna be a little slow. Apologies for that. Have a good one, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.